All right. Today we're going to be going over a free VST. This one is called Malibu. It is a pedal emulation, and it was developed by VZ Tech, apparently with the people at Singletone. So the controls are pretty straightforward. You've got a tremolo side that you can turn on and turn off, and a reverb side that you can turn on and turn off. And before I do so, here's the input just straight up. It sounds like this, just so you're aware. There are effects baked into the recording already. So that is not the plugin. That is just we recorded through a Kemper amp in a rig, and we just printed the effects onto the track as it came in, and then I chopped it up and made a track. So we're gonna go ahead and turn on the tremolo side. Now there's two types of tremolo. You've got like this harmonic tremolo and then what they call classic tremolo, and their tooltips down here are super handy. Like, I did not feel the need to go look for a manual. These were pretty descriptive, and it is resizable, by the way, which is also great. That's why it's huge. So our intensity is kind of like our modulation depth. Volume is just volume. If you turn the volume off, you get nothing. Double click to reset a value. I'm gonna leave it at a modestly high intensity. Once you go past what they have it down here, it's like there's a point where it becomes basically a square wave, and then it acts more like a gate instead of like a sine wave kind of thing for a tremolo. And then you've got your speed. So classic, kind of the sound you expect from a tremolo. So kind of intense. And then here is the harmonic version. So in the noise, especially in the background, you can kind of hear it pulsing on just harmonics, and it leaves the lower stuff alone, so you keep most of your tone. So that is the tremolo. And if we come over to the other side, we have a reverb. We've got a reverb tail, two reverb flavors, and we've got just the reverb itself. I believe this is just the amount. Yeah, it's just the amount of volume for the reverb. Along the bottom are some global controls. I'm just going to highlight them real quick because they are pretty straightforward. You've got two modes. The extended mode opens up some extra options. See how stuff turns off here? When you go in extended, you get some more controls. Original, I guess, they really went the extra mile to just model it to death. I didn't really test this in detail, but if you're really an enjoyer of the original pedal, maybe this is going to be useful to you. I pretty much always am in extended. There is some different ways to sync up the speed. That's pretty nice. You can use your DAW, you can tap it in. The phase difference is when you have a stereo out, so this supports a couple conversions, and you can put a phase difference between the LFO so that you get a much bigger stereo difference between the two. And then you have some different ways to run it. So you've got like tremolo to reverb, reverb to tremolo, or you could run it in parallel. You can affect the dry signal. And then this is pretty nice. You have your tails on and off. So if you feel like automating the plugin on and off, tails on will keep the reverb tails going, even if you bypass the plugin here. So if I like play it with a pretty long reverb tail, turn it off, it keeps ringing out. If we had tails off and we did the same thing, it just turns off right away. So that's what that does. Pretty nice. I wish I saw this in more just reverbs. But that's the plugin. Pretty straightforward, really cool. Let's take a look at it here in the database real quick. So here it is. It's their only free plugin. So there's nothing else by VZ Tech at the moment. One of the interesting things about this one is it is available in like every format. They even exported the clap and the LV2 for Linux systems. So this is pretty nice. A really nice small plugin too. So there's not a lot of extra BS going on in there. Sometimes you get free plugins that are just oddly large for what they are. This is about the size you'd expect for a reverb. I've been logging them and things now stick out to me in ways they did not before. And then you can see its date released. It is extremely recent. It was released on the 16th of April, 2024. So that is a super recent date. And if you go over to their site, here it is, and you can just straight download it. It's pretty nice. They've got some audio demos here for you to check out, and their video on it is pretty cool. And where's the linking on free? You don't need to give them an email or anything. It just works just the way it is. So that's it. If you enjoy it or you make something with it or you find something cool, possibly pop in the Discord and share it, or you could put like a link in the comments or something. What are your thoughts on it? Subscribe and hit the bell icon for future videos, and have a blessed day.